In this video, I will be sharing the stories of 10 presidents who spent time in the prison before eventually rising to lead their nations. And number 1 will surprise you. At number 10 is Charles Taylor of Liberia. He is currently serving a 50 years jail time in the United Kingdom for war crimes committed during the Sierra Leone Civil War after ruling Liberia from 1997 to 2003. And number 9 is Park Geun-hye, the first female president of South Korea. She was convicted for power abuse and corruption. She led the country from 2013 to 2017 and was sentenced to 20 years imprisonment, but later received a presidential pardon in 2021. She was imprisoned from 2017 to 2021 for 4 years. Number 8 is Havlak Havel of Czech Republic. He was imprisoned multiple times for his activism. He led his country from 1993 to 2003. Number 7 is Jomo Kenyatta, an anti-colonial activist and the first president of the Republic of Kenya. He spent about a decade of his life in prison before becoming president in 1964. He led the country until his death in 1978. Number 6 is Kwame Nkrumah. He led the Gold Coast to independence from Britain in 1957, renaming it to Ghana. He became the first prime minister and later the first president of Ghana. He was convicted by British colonial authorities and sentenced to 3 years imprisonment, but he served only for about a year. Number 5 is Helen Johnson Sirleaf of Liberia, the first democratically elected female president in Africa. She restored peace and stability to Liberia. She was jailed twice for criticizing the military authoritarian regime in 1980, with both jail time lasting several months. Helen led the country from 2006 to 2018. Number 4 is George Mujica of Uruguay, also known as the world's poorest president. He refused to live in the presidential palace, choosing instead to stay on a small rural farm and drive an old Volkswagen Beetle. He donated 90% of his salary to charity and social programs. He spent 14 years in prison and ruled the country from 2010 to 2015. He died in 2025. And number 3 is Olusegun Obasanjo. He served twice as the leader of Nigeria, first as a military head of state from 1976 to 1979 and later as a democratic president from 1999 to 2007. Obasanjo was convicted and sentenced to 20 years in prison by the military government of General Sani Abacha, but he served only 3 years between 1995 and 1998. Number 2 is Nelson Mandela, the first black president of South Africa. He is recognized globally as an icon of democracy and social justice. He was sentenced to life imprisonment but was released after 27 years. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993, served as president from 1994 to 1999 and died on the 5th of December 2013. And number 1 is Muhammad Morsi, the first democratically elected president of Egypt. Morsi was jailed for several months between 2006 and 2011. He left the prison, became the president in June 2012 and returned to the prison in 2013. He collapsed in the court during trial session in 2019 and was pronounced dead shortly after arriving in the hospital. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and follow. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.